guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually doing something different. I had to take a break from the devotionals, deadlines, and dumbbells just because I needed to get my life together and not have to record everything and get school together. We're back. Today we're doing a get ready with me for Valentine's Day, or Galentine's Day as I should say. Today is Friday. We have lots of events planned, but I just wanted to do my makeup for a little bit and talk to y'all. I have girl talk questions that I ask people to send in on Instagram, and then I have some questions of my own that I'm gonna answer. I do have inspo for today's look. I haven't done my makeup on camera in forever. This is the inspo tea. Look at that. Yeah, that's the inspo for today. Having no eyeshadow in so long. Whenever I do my makeup, it's just like the face, you know. But today we're gonna attempt to do this eye look. I'm gonna do the eye look first, just in case I don't like it. I can wipe it off, not mess up my base, and then we're going to do the rest. I'm actually a makeup artist, but I haven't done other people's makeup in so long, just because it started to feel like a job and less of like my hobby. So I had to take a break from that, but eventually I do want to start doing that again. But I've been doing makeup on my little sister and my cousin for forever. So I don't know, something I love. I don't know if I'm like should do a tutorial because I really want to like chit chat. I'm gonna just tell y'all what products I'm using. So let me pull up the first question. I didn't leave the post up for that long, so yeah. Okay, so we have hygiene tips and must-haves. I feel like I'm very basic when it comes to like shower hygiene. Hold on, where's my, please. Okay, first, LA Girl brow pomade. Simple, cheap, does the job. I'm a 2016 brow girl. I don't think I'll ever move on from that era of brows. I don't like the fluffy brows. I like a pomade brow. Matter of fact, I need to really lock in on this brow. So I'm gonna answer that question when I get back. Okay, rough outliner brows are on. Gonna go in with LA Pro concealer. What is this? Toffee. I'll go like a little bit below the brow so I give myself room to carve them out. And I do not put concealer on the top. I don't know why. I don't know. I just don't. I just do not. Wait, here. And then I use this little blending eye brush. I don't know why I do not like to use the flat brush. I feel like it's easier to mess up carving your brows with the flat brush. This is literally the e.l.f. blending eye brush, and it's just like, I don't know, it gives me more like, I feel like I have more control. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Try it for yourself. Try it for yourself, and then criticize me. All right, brows are carved. I might change them as I go. I don't know. Nothing turns out right when you're recording. But let me conceal my eyelids for this look, and then we'll get started into the questions to get the tedious parts over with.
There'll be no remnants, no trace, no residual feelings within you. Then you won't remember me. Your face will be the reason I smile.
So back to the first question I was asked was hygiene. So for like my shower hygiene, very simple. I do the Dove bar soap first to like cleanse everything, and then I go in with the scented body soap. I like the Method body wash from Target, Rose, and then I like the Dove Peony, also rose scented. I don't know, I like Rose body wash. Those two are my favorite. And then I do mix Dr. Bronner's, either the unscented one or the lavender one, and I mix that with my Dove bar soap. And I do that first, and then I do my scented one. And then for like downstairs hygiene, I use the BH Essentials, either the gel cleansing one or the foam cleansing one. Both ones I really like. But that is really all I do. I feel like the simpler the better. But I feel like you don't really need that many products for body care. Skincare, I'm a different type of story. I've currently been using, oh, this is the wrong beauty blender. I have like 3 beauty blenders, but I've currently been using, what is that? Amyah whole skincare set. I want to make a separate video about that and like how I layer them, which ones I use, morning and night, all that. But skincare is a little bit different. I have combination skin, so it can get iffy, it can get crazy. But for skincare, I want to make a separate video on that. But as well as like hygiene, I feel like that's pretty much it. I keep it very simple. And I don't like, I guess for shaving, I don't use any shaving foam or shaving cream. I just use the Dove bar as like shaving cream, and that's it. I don't really have like sensitive body skin. I've never had body acne, but I've heard a lot of people like that one Target brand. I forgot what it's called. I'm gonna put it right here if I do find it. But a lot of people that like that one that do have body acne. But I don't know, other than that, I'd say that's all for like hygiene wise. All right. Ooh, this is my little cup of brushes. We're about to get into the eye look. She started with brown before she cut it or did a cut crease. I'm using the Meredith Duxbury times Morphe palette. It's the only palette I have that has like colors for real, because I don't do eye looks. And I really got this from my clients, because like clients will come to me with like eye looks with color in them, and I don't have no color, so I had to get a palette that has lots of colors. This is what she looks like. She's very beautiful. She's like barely touched though. So let's see. Let's go with, it wasn't a super dark brown. Let me check. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna use Ganache. I'm gonna use Ganache from this palette for the brown. Next question that I got was makeup essentials. Love this question because I'm doing makeup right now. So I feel like makeup essentials is a primer that's good for your skin. I have oily skin, so the primer I use is actually, we're gonna come back to this question. I'm going to show y'all my makeup essentials as I do them, so we can get that out the way. But I guess we can start with a good palette. If you do like eyelets, this is a really nice one. It's up to you. I have these little small Morphe, they come in like 4s, and this one is just like a brown one. If you do like just simple looks, simple everyday look, all in one pan, makeup essential. But I'm gonna get to powders and everything, like essential makeup powders that you need, as I go through the video. But I'm gonna just use ganache. Start with my outer corner. And pack it out. Curve it in a little bit. And wing it out a little bit because there is a wing, like wing-esque thing going on. So I'm gonna just shape it how I want it first.
Oh, baby girl, you so bad. Toy when my affliction had to fill out my prescription. Cause the remedy I had to set you free. Away from you to see clearly the way that
Looks crazy, I know. Trust the process, trust the process.
be when you are not with me. I had to live, I had to live, I had to leave, I had to live.
I like the base of that. All right, let's move on to our next question. Next, how do you choose great friends for you? How to make friends as a young adult? So, for a majority of like my life, I've only had like one friend. I was never a person that had like a big friend group, just because like I feel like they're hard to maintain. Issues come in big friend groups. That was like my like number one thing. I don't want drama, like, you know, like big friend groups come with drama, and baby, I don't want that. To cut the crease, I'm using e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Deep Caramel. But yeah, I did not want any drama. So for high school, I had one friend, and that was my girl. Like, that was it, and I was content with that. Like, it wasn't much issues. I mean, I had other friends, but like my best friend was my one. Like, it wasn't nothing else, because it's like, it's easy. I don't know, I can't do all the extra. But as I got to college, I started embracing friends more, because y'all, friends are so important. Community is important. Like, you may not be someone who wants a lot of friends, because that was me at one point, but community is so good. And I feel like God places the right people in your life at the right time, in which you can handle, you know, when you're ready. But it wasn't until now, I'm a sophomore in college, that I like have like a big friend group, and it was hard. I mean, actually finding this friend group that I have now was not hard. Like, I say it was God. Like, God placed the right people in your life at the right time. But like, I knew, like, I connect with them. I can be vulnerable with them. Like, I don't have to be a certain way around them the whole time. I can be completely myself anytime with them, and they accept that. And we could do many different things together. We go to church together. We can sit and chit chat together. We can do a girls' night together. We can go out to the fair together. Like, it's people like that that enjoy your company regardless of how you're feeling that day. We all can support each other, have real conversations. That's like the best part of friendship to me. And it is hard to find those people, and you might not find those people until later in your life. But I feel like it's always worth it to have people with you that like support you, because they're people you can lean on. And I wouldn't trade my friends for the world. And these are people I can see myself being friends with, being like people in my wedding. Like it's the best part about having friends. And it sounds crazy for me to even say this because younger me didn't have lots of friends, and even when I did, they came from like sports. I did cheer in middle school, and that was like my main way of gaining friends, which that is a really good way to make friends. Get involved. It's worth it. But when I was in high school and I didn't do any sports, it kind of got hard because you gotta make friends manually instead of like having them just imported into your life. So it was stuff like that. But on my campus, I made friends very easily. Now, y'all know I'm a transfer, so my first year of college was not easy making friends at all. Actually, the hardest thing ever. And that was due to multiple different factors, not just like, I don't know. I was very involved on my campus, but it wasn't easy. And this was at HBCU, so it felt like a lot of things were just networking instead of like real true friendship. I did eventually end up finding my friend at that HBCU. Love her to death. Still my friend to this very day. But we bonded over like not having like a big group of people to lean on. And with that, we became very, very close, supported each other, was there for each other. We were like all each other had. So I don't know. Sometimes it's just the circumstance. I feel like some people gain friends easier than others, and that's perfectly okay. And some people just like to be alone, and that's okay too, because with having this big friend group now, I do be needing my own personal time alone. Like, nothing is like having your own personal alone time. Nothing is like that. Wouldn't take it for granted either. But I wouldn't like, I wouldn't want to say I wouldn't go seeking out friends, but I would definitely do the stuff that you love. Go to the places you like to do stuff, like going to coffee shops, go to coffee shops. If you like go painting, go to the park. You will meet people who are like-minded in those spaces. And I feel like that's the easiest way to make friends that are gonna be lifelong friends that are like-minded, like yourself. If you're a Christian girl, young Christian girl, Bible study, great way to make good, like-minded people who have one direct, mission. They have, their focus is God, and they'll help you try to balance out things that are worldly and just help you like navigate life. In my Bible study, we're talking about discipleship and how important it is to find someone to help you navigate life, because God never created us to do life alone. So connecting with someone, finding someone, mentor, it could be anyone, like just helping you do life, because life is not easy, especially being a young Christian in college, where there's so much temptation. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But going to Bible study, going to church, going to spaces that you enjoy yourself will really help you find those people who want the same things. And I have really had my own testimony towards that. I have so many great people that I met through Bible study, through my church, through my Bible study on campus, through reaching out I've had to get out of my comfort zone. Like, I feel like you don't grow unless you get out of your comfort zone. I've had to get out of my comfort zone and DM people, meet people. Hey, I see you're doing this. I like what you're doing. Can we hang out? Can we meet up, chat over coffee? Stuff like that. Just, you know, I don't know. Not everyone's going to be receptive towards that type of stuff either. But the right people will. And you will find them eventually. You really will. There's no time limit on friends. No age limit on friends. You can meet people at whatever phase of life you're in. And I think we need friends for every phase of life because, like I said, God did not create us to go through life alone. So it's just really important to have community. Okay, is that even? Sorry y'all, I'm trying to do this cut crease before I apply this pink. Okay, I think I'm content with that. Now I'm gonna use I'm gonna use a beauty blender to blend out the bottom of this. Let me get my mirror. I need to be done before 4 and it's 2:58. Okay, I'm good. I'm cool. We're cool. I'm not mad at how it's going. Next, I'm going to use, let's see, what's this one called? UES. That pretty pink one. Well, actually, I think she said, because I did watch her TikTok, she didn't make a tutorial yet as of when I'm filming this, but when I watched it, I think she used Juvia's Place blush. Okay. Actually, we're gonna use this one. I actually have the Patrick Top blush too, and she's giving. Ooh. Y'all, which one matches? I feel like this would be really cute. Or should I go for this pink? We'll probably end up mixing them. Okay, we're gonna mix Juvia's Place Blush Duo Volume 5 and Patrick Top Blush She's Giving. While we move on to that. Phone dropping. While we move on to the next question. What's the hardest part of college so far? Right now, for me, let me think. Right now, I might have to say just the work. Now that I would say previously when I didn't have a big group of friends, where I wasn't like involved on campus doing a lot, when I was in like a depressed state, it was a little bit easier to focus on schoolwork because that's all I had. But now that I am involved, I do have a community. I am really diving into my religion. I go to Bible study like twice a week. Then I'm going to church, reading my Bible every night. It is hard to kind of do everything, manage everything. That's the whole reason why I have my series, devotionals, deadlines, and dumbbells, gym too. Trying to get in the gym, stay consistent in the gym. That's why I have this series, so I could be honest, raw with you guys, and that is not easy, like the day-to-day, trying to manage all of it. But it's just, it comes, I don't know, it comes with like patience. You have to give yourself patience, give yourself grace, and you know, always have your priorities. I feel like school is a big priority. It's the reason you're here, or the reason I'm here. So always that, but I always want to make sure that I'm giving thanks to God for putting me in the position to be in school, because it's a blessing to be busy. It's a blessing to be educated, you know. feel like that's the hardest part right now. It's just balancing all the things I have going on. But I feel like when God places so many things on you at once, he knows you can do it. He knows you can handle it. Especially when you're seeking him first. If you are seeking him first, all these things should be added unto you. All these things should be added unto you. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed with what God gave you right now, it's your sign to just pray and to really lean into him. That's what he's here for. Lean into him, and you got this. We all got this. Life is a lot. College life is a lot. And sometimes I think like, if this is my life now, I can't imagine my life when I get out into the real world for real. When I get my degree, when I'm working my big girl job, like it's a lot. But it's nothing we cannot do without God. You know? It's nothing we cannot do. Ooh, y'all, I really like this. I haven't done eyeshadow in so long. This is crazy. Ooh, cute. I do have some clusters I'm gonna put on for this look. I just didn't want to put them on before because I needed to see my whole eye. I didn't want nothing getting in the way. I need to see my whole eye so I can really get into it, especially since I haven't done eyeshadow or like a look like this in so long. If I do eyeshadow, it's a quick boom 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 boom. It's quick brown, quick smoky eye. Like, I don't know, but I saw this look and immediately wanted to get on that. Ooh, I just love this. Okay, and then I'm gonna go on top of it with these ones don't have names, but this bottom one. But I'm gonna do the other eye. And I'm gonna answer another question. What are some red flags when it comes to dating? I'm not dating. But when it comes to dating, I guess some red flags that I know I want to, ma'am. I guess some red flags that I know now with all that I've experienced. Like, if I was to meet someone today, what are some things that would be red flags? First, not in your faith. I'm very heavy on being equally yoked. Where I am in my relationship with Christ, I really want to be able to share and have deep conversations with my partner about things like this. And I need him to be on the same level. Like, I need him to be God-fearing. I need him to be a man of Christ. And I'm not saying that as in he can't be like first coming into his journey with God, because I love that too. But like, you need to know God for sure. You need to know God for sure. You need to be in your faith and be continuing to be in your faith. Equally yoked. We'll leave it at that. He needs to be equally yoked. What's another red flag? Not a fan of narcissism or controlling men. None of that over here. None of it. I don't like that. Not at all. Not one bit. Not over here. I don't know. I do like spending time with my friends a lot. Maybe that's just where I am in my life currently. But I need him to be secure in our love or secure in himself. to where like it's not a lot of like you out doing this, you out doing that, but I'm not. And it's like I'm one of those people, like if I tell you, I'm not like, please, what I got life for? Take it for what it is, please. I don't got time. And I have a very honest mom, a real mom, so she's gonna tell me she can see through it all. I can't. I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes I can't see through it all, but she can, and I'm a believer every time. But I don't know, let me think of some more red flags. Not your favorite. I feel like because that's like the base one, all the other issues come when you're not in your faith. Like, be in your faith. Come on, be in your faith. Like, if you're not in your faith, the issues just come rolling in. Like, I feel like we won't even have these issues if we're in our faith, in our ministry, and we getting into it. Like, come on now, lay all your flaws, lay all your insecurities down to him, so I can be exactly who I need to be for you, and you can be exactly who you need to be for me, because God will tell you. Also, one thing I've been doing recently that I seen this one girl do, because I've been watching a lot of videos like being single as a Christian, young Christian, whatever, all of it. Pray for your husband, pray for your future husband. And I've been doing that. Like say God, I pray that my husband knows that he is loved, that whatever he's going through right now, that he can make it through it. You know, like, pray for your future spouse. Pray for your future kids. Pray for your future home. Pray for the future that God has outlined for you. And I feel like that helps a lot. It just, I don't know, provides a sense of security in the unknown. Not knowing what's coming next, not knowing where you're gonna meet your one, not knowing where you're gonna meet your person. It provides such sense of security for me to know that he's being prayed for right now. So I just, you know, pray for your future spouse, and I love that. And I don't know, for right now, that is all the red flags that I have on men. Men are men. God has all my attention right now. That's the way I like it. That's the way I need it to be. I feel like everyone needs to go through a period of time where God has your undivided attention. Because it's things that he will reveal to you about yourself that you need to know before you get into a relationship with someone or into a marriage with someone. It's stuff that you have to go through, learn about yourself on your own before you try to pursue someone else, because you could end up taking baggage into a relationship with a perfectly good man that didn't deserve none of that, because you have baggage and you have not given everything to God. You did not spend enough time with him, but God knows when you are ready to be added unto. And I'm in the process of trusting that process and being okay with not knowing. And yeah, it gets hard, yeah, it gets lonely, but I never take that for granted, because right now he has my undivided attention, and I'm learning so much about myself in this period of life. I know that when I am ready, yeah, we got that. I know that it is going to be everything and more. And y'all, we are precious. Like, we are valuable. I feel like you just can't be getting into relationships with just any and everybody. Like, I'm valuable. I know what I have is valuable. I know what God has blessed me with is valuable and very important. And I know that I can't just have any and everybody. I just can't be giving that to any and everybody. Like, I'm in a stage where I know my worth. And right now, ain't nobody really deserving it. And that's okay, because God will get it But now, y'all, I'm about to clean this up with some micellar water. What was I saying? I'm currently starting an abstinence journey. I really do want to save myself for marriage. I'm not a virgin, but coming to know Christ, it is something that I want to do for my future husband. I've done it all, I've experienced it all, and it's just not anything I feel like I'm missing out on or want to do again. Like, I just want to wait. I'm not in any position or desire to want to be intimate with someone who's not my husband. And that's just because I feel like I've lollygagged for so long. Like, I feel like I would just waste my time, like my precious time, y'all. Okay, we are back. Lashes are on. Liner is on. I didn't do the inner corner eyeliner yet just because I'm gonna wait till my face is done. I'm gonna speed run through his face. What is this? One Size Secure to Blur primer. Best primer for my oily skin, girls. Nose, I literally just do my T-zone. Well, I'm gonna skip out on my forehead just because I already put some good concealer there. Do not usually do eyes first, y'all, but we had to do what we had to do for this look. This is crazy. I did not expect it to turn out this cute, and I actually really like it. Okay. There's that. Let's see. I have a couple of foundations that I use, but my skin is still a little bit light from winter, so I'm used to the Makeup by Mario. I'm a 20 in. And a couple of pumps here and there. I'm rushing y'all. It's 3:30. I like to spray my brush. This is Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I like to spray it with some setting spray. Just make it blend a little bit better. But let's find another question to answer. Okay, how's college life since you switched schools? So, I am a transfer. Y'all know this by now. It's way better. I don't even know how I want to let go. Like, my experience at my previous school was not at all what I wanted it to be. It was really hard. It was multiple different things that made my experience kind of not my favorite, but the biggest determining factor that pushed me to end up leaving was money. It was an out-of-state school for me, and I could get a better college experience, better school experience, better everything all around with an in-state school. I'm from Tennessee. UTK offers good scholarships for in-state students, and I could get a better education than my previous school for cheaper. And that was the end-all be-all. Like, this school is not serving me in any type of way. Like, let me leave. And a lot of that has to do with my spiritual journey and me feeling like, oh, hold on. What was I saying? I forgot. But my experience had a lot to do with my spiritual journey, where I was in my journey with God. He really came to me there at my previous school. I needed him so much, and that's when I really learned to lean in on my faith, and where it really grew strong was during the darkest times of my life, and that was my freshman year of college. Like, and I hate that, and I really had a hard time, like, accepting that I probably look so peanut butterish right now. Oh my gosh, this looks crazy. But I have a hard time like accepting that, but it's a part of life, and I value what I learned from going to that school. I wouldn't, if I had to go back, I probably would choose the same thing. I probably would still go back. Like, the things that I learned from that school were incredible. Like, some bad experience turned into real deal life lessons that I use today, and experiences that I felt like I had to go through to become who I am right now. And that's in all seriousness. I'm gonna bronze with Juvia's Place Amber, but like I had to go through some of that to get to where I am today, and now I can be a light towards other people and share my experience my first year and be able to help. Like that's always been my number one goal, number one mission, is to help and to just encourage people. Like, you don't have to go through anything alone. Like, please reach out. Y'all can always reach out to me. I am always down to talk and share what I've been through. One day I really want to record my testimony video, and it starts even before college, but really just I want to be able to share my experiences and make light of the dark that had happened in my life. But I feel like I needed to go through that, and my experience currently since leaving has been nothing but blessings, nothing but the best. And I always think of this one sound on TikTok. It's like, to gain something you have to give up like everything. You have to sacrifice a lot, especially with your journey and with God. I had to sacrifice a lot. I had to sacrifice what I thought I wanted, which was to be a HBCU grad, to do this, to do that. I wanted to pave my own life. I wanted to make my own way. And he showed me why I cannot be in control. He showed me why. And since giving my life to God and just since giving it all to him, he's helped me read it. He's just completely shaped my life. And at first, having your life get turned around, flipped upside down, well, it's not easy and it's not fun. But what I gained from that will forever be so valuable to me. And to get to where I am today in this apartment, at this school, with my friends, with the community that I have, I would never have this if I didn't go through what I went through. And it is so important. Like, it's an important part of my testimony. It's an important part of my story. It's an important part of who I am, and accepting who I am, and being submissive to God's plan. I feel like that also goes into like relationships. If you cannot be obedient to God's word, God's plan, the things that he's asked of you right now, what makes you think that he's going to give you someone who you cannot handle and it's going to crash and burn because you are not obedient to him right now? You are not doing what you need to do right now. So every phase in your life is important, especially with what God has planned. Every little thing is important. So put him first, and everything will follow. And my life now looks completely different than my life did a year ago, and that's the beauty of it all. Everything has changed. Everything has been flipped upside down and around and across the town. But it's a blessing. It is a complete blessing. All of it. I just use Pink Lady Juvia's Place liquid blush on my face. Now we're gonna use concealer. Same e.l.f. Camo concealer. Deep Camo. Right here. And right there. Right here and right here. Ooh. Let that kind of sit. But yeah, that was all the questions that people had asked me. I didn't leave it up for long, but let me find some questions just to talk about. Ooh, this one is the importance of moving in silence. The importance of moving in silence. Very important. I feel like it is really true when people say people will prey on your downfall, or people do not want you to win or succeed. And for one, I want to say on that, what is in God's will be done. So that's the end all be all. But moving in silence is, I feel like it's a form of protection and valuing yourself. Not everything has to be announced. Not everything has to be publicized. They can see it when you accomplish it, because you will. Because you will accomplish it. That's the thing. Like, people don't need to know every step that you have planned, because there are people who are preying on your downfall. There are people who are spewing out negative energy, negative hate, things that we don't want. And we don't need to invite all that in. And not everyone needs to know what you're doing. And for me, it feels a lot better popping out with your big accomplishment and nobody knew you were even working on that. They're like, oh girl, I didn't even know you were doing that. Yes, that's the point. It's like, yes, but now you see it and I'm doing it. I love that. But I feel like we are always so quick to thank God after the blessing, thank God before, thank God during, thank God after, because he provides. He really does. He provides. And like I said, if it's in his will, it will be done. And not everything needs to be shared with the internet. And if you are like a content creator, or you do your videos and stuff, or whether it be on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Reels, all that. But I feel like it's important to still make space for your own personal time and personal accomplishments, because I feel like that's how, like, I've been watching YouTube for a long time, since I was in elementary school. I feel like that's how a lot of people get burnout on YouTube, is they've been sharing so much of their life. Everyone has become entitled. They feel entitled to knowing what their favorite YouTubers are doing when they're not posting every single second. And I feel like that can create a lot of issues, and I feel like that's why we don't see a lot of YouTubers anymore. A lot of YouTube girls have stopped or posted less or moved to TikTok, or a platform where short form content, where they're not having to record every engine every day of their life, because some people feel entitled to that, and it's really not. Like, they're people too, you know. And it's a blessing that we get to see and be able to communicate and share with each other all the things through video from wherever we are. We shouldn't take that for granted, and we're not entitled to any of these people's personal information. Yeah, so move in silence. Move in silence in 2026. Do your biggest one. Pop out on the other side. Just pop out next month with your big accomplishment. And that's really the teeth. That's really the biggest thing you can do. Just pop out. Pop out. Okay. Concealer's done. I'm gonna go in with One Size Ultra Pink setting powder. And I'm gonna use this little mini one because it's clean. I have so many of, ooh, I just dropped it. I have so many of those little powders. Zola, that's not for you. And I learned this from Douse on TikTok. Rub it on the back of your hand, smooths it out.
Into life, baby, believe me, I'm sorry I told you lies. I turned day into.
Yes, y'all. Yeah. Did our biggest. Okay. I'm gonna go in with my little angled brush and we're gonna hit this nose contour. I like to do it after my concealer. Nice. Ooh. Nice carved nose. I know that's right. Alright. T. I'm going to, what am I gonna do? Do blush. Should I do She's Giving? Or should I do the pink one? Both. The answer is always both. You can never have too much blush. Or you could. Not on my program though. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm obsessed. I need to start doing more eyeshadow. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah. Alright. And I'm gonna do a good spray. I'm gonna go get my lip combo and I'm gonna hit y'all with the final look.
Sleep till I die 1,000 times. I should have.
And we're gonna go NYX Butter Gloss. Which one is Creme Brulee? Nice pink.
Better nights, better times, better days. I miss you more.
What do we think? I think, oh, Zola thinks we did great. I think we did great. I love it, y'all. I haven't done an eyeshadow look this intricate in so long. Thank you for watching. Thank you for asking questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be back next week for another devotionals, deadlines, and dumbbells vlog. And then I will have a fun birthday vlog, maintenance, cabin trip, all the fun for y'all next week. But y'all, I love it. Let's get a nice up close.
Sleep till I die 1,000 times.